I'm in no mood for singing. I'm so stressed.
My Milky Way's out of reach.
How does it look? Let me know when you can see format wise. Like, does it have the sidebars anymore?
It still says I'm waiting for you to go
All right.
live.
I'm going to tweet. I hope that's worded great for people. Oh, please look up content warnings and stuff. Okay. Silence your cell phones, please. Hello. How we looking? How we feeling? Can we hear me?
Oh, I got an ad, that's why.
Oh, ads. How does that look? How does are we seeing me good?
Yeah, I don't see the sidebars.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Then I fixed it because I'm a freaking genius. Hello. Hello. Can we hear me okay? How are we doing? How are we feeling? Are the sidebars gone? Did I fix that? No one complained about that. At least not to my face. So I appreciate that.
What the heck?
But they bothered me and I fixed them. You good?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Is my audio screwed?
No, I think it's my AirPods.
Can we hear me? Loud and clear. Okay, cool. No, don't mute it. There we go.
There you are.
I don't have any audio from the game yet. Just a heads up before we start. This is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It is a dating sim / psychological horror. It hits on a lot of intense themes. I do have the content warning stuff set up in the settings. I'll double check it before we start. I highly recommend, if you don't know this game, take a second to look that stuff up. I don't want to give anything away. I will not spoil, but I do encourage people, I will say under the umbrella of mental health themes, I highly encourage people do that. If they don't know this game, I haven't played it in a very long time. I only remember like the 3 big things, if even that. This is Plus. I don't know Plus. So at least I'm getting like a new experience here. This game actually is the first time I put mental health and crisis lines in the description, which are still there now. There's a link to a card in the description, should you or someone you don't need them. So this is how that started for my content, and helped me kind of go over and re-examine some of my own experiences and stuff. Hello? Oh, am I on a computer? DDLC? Because I don't have the side stories yet. Anyway. So, yes, someone just worded it perfectly. Hope everyone stays safe. Please feel free to take breaks if you feel uncomfortable at any point. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Fizz, with 2 exclamation points. My sentiments exactly. Oh, God. The music. Yes, exactly. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I'm just going to double check to make sure. Good God, it's been so long. Yes, enable content warnings. We do have the content warnings enabled. Oh, man. Welcome. Smash the like. I'm going to turn up the audio a bit. Let me know how that feels. Can't stay for the stream, but want to stop by and say hi. Hi. No worries if this isn't your cup of tea, as well as if you just can't for other reasons. But yes, I do highly recommend that. Whew. Okay. My heart's like palpitating. I'm so nervous. Whew. So stay hydrated, everybody. I have an actual water bottle this time, not just seltzer.
Miro said that they got their snail in the mail and they sent an extra one and it's yellow, so their names are Lemon and Pepper.
Oh, Lemon and Pepper. That's cute. Also, free snail. That's a pretty good day score. God damn. It's so nerve-wracking just to look at. Okay. I'm ready. I gotta enter my name. Corpse. No, that's My other persona. No, I'm kidding. I'm not corpse. Could you imagine? It's just me. I am the faceless YouTuber. Anyway, we're going with Chill. That's my name. Whenever I play games on this channel, I am Bill. This is Chill. Okay. Yes, free snails are pogue indeed. Ooh, baby. All right, let's go.
Baby, triple.
We're just gonna have a good old time. I'm not scared. I'm not nervous. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she don't care, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Hold on, I might turn the music down a bit, because I have to read. Turning it down on my end. There we go. Whew, alright. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha ha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Chill. You need to chill. That's mean. Chill. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Chill, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. The conformity. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori looks to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Goals, absolute goals. Games and anime are where it's at. Smash that like. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a... NEET. It's teen backwards, I just realized that. What does that mean again? I know it's an acronym. It's one of those words you hear so much. It's like someone, like, not excelling or educating. I don't know, my great water bottle's in the way of the screen. Ugh. I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Can someone please confirm to me that that's not some kind of, like, bad word? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. If it makes you happy.
Not in education, employment, or training.
Not in education, employment, or training? Okay. Interesting. No promises, though. Yeah, here comes chat telling me what it means as well. I appreciate y'all. Keep me educated. Well, at least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay, squiggly. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Ooh, baby. Ooh, it looks so nice. Look at this clean classroom in this HD on my screen. Oh. Ooh, I'm like sweaty. Okay. Oi. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. More of a bar kind of guy. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to keep you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. What do you think this is? Doki Literature Club? Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, should the acting president pass during office, she would become president. She would assume the role of Game of Thrones. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. How dare you try to entice me with free food? I'd love a cupcake right now. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? But it better be a cake in the shape of a cup. Yes, let's go! I keep accidentally giving Sayori my old lady voice.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member, line. Eh? I glance around the room. Oh, shit. I don't have that many lady voices. I didn't think this through. Or I guess feminine-inspired voices. I almost just did the same damn voice. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You are not.
Sayori always says nice things about you. Ah, shit. How many freaking... I know how many there are. I've seen the picture. I've seen the art. Oh, damn it. Help me, God. I really made a mistake. My ears are burning, but you can't see them. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Damn it. Chill. What a nice... There we go. Chill. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute goyles. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Ah, shit. Natsuki! The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Anyway, this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Right here.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet both. Oh, shit. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Chill. God, that like, body lean, that move, that swoon position. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika? Come sit down, Chill. We need room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Shit. I already forgot. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Hey! It's made with water from New York. Right? Because isn't that the secret to good New York bagels is the water? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. I'm screwed. It's been so long since I've done a game where I have to read everything. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little kitties. They're cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. They're so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. It has a very not store brand quality to it. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Have I? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep old tea set... Oh shit, you keep old tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Forget about it. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Reading's for losers. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me and says, "Don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I said no. I don't think life is quite that simple." Sore for smash, baby.
God.
Someone recently complimented me on my impromptu Kingdom Hearts references, so of course I'm inspired. Smiles at me. "So, what made you consider the literature club?" I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised.
Patrick Wahlberg.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. It's relaxing for my throat.
What?
Thank you. We're here to relax my vocal cords and nothing else.
Also, just, introduce the safety guidelines for Soren while you're at it.
And let's not forget these little puppies. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. You know, the real ones. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Also, they don't let me swoon like this. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Hello? Oh, I got a Twitter notification. Please don't unfollow me on Twitter. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it, yeah. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Damn it, this is gonna be a challenge. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement, silently, so I can rest my voice. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Becoming the very best like no one ever was. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Do I get to find that out in this? Right? Isn't Plus supposed to have everyone's, superhero origin story?
I think so.
Delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Chill, what kind of things do you, like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Oh, wow, we just moved to Boston for a second. That was weird. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Heckin' nerd. Who goes on and on and on about things they're passionate about? Like and subscribe. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, spooky lately. I read a horror book once. It's called The Exorcist. I was way too young. I had night terrors about it. Thanks, Dad. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. 100% agree. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, and why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori, the animation looks so silly. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't, like them. Not a confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expressing your vulnerabilities, and show even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Ellipses. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other. Strengthen that bond of the club. Isn't that right, Chill? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Chill. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right? Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the pretty girl club, literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Oh god, I'm so tired already. Monika looks over at me once more. Chill. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. What?
Someone chant frog priest. Oh my god, this game part. Also, why is Natsuki a mobster? Hello.
She's walking here. Hey, chill, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. It's economically efficient. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Gotta collect them all. I hate how they're like presented in a line. I get that that's like, because I think this is the only dating sim I've ever been adjacent to ever. I'm assuming this is traditional to that format, right?
Dream Daddy.
Oh yeah, Dream Daddy, but like, you know, that's an experience. But yeah, I guess you're right. Like it does line up. Dream Daddy did it too. Where was I? Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Because, you know, I shouldn't be here to continue my own experiences in education. It's gotta be about the bang. It's about getting that. Anyway, alright. They always said on the musical television if I went to a club, I'd be able to meet and pick up girls. This makes sense. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Ah, shit. I like music. I like captive. Papa. 420 Blaze of Gamers. Romance. Landscape. Ooh, unrequited. Determination. Undertale. Doki Doki. Horror. Because it's that spooky time. Nibble? Infinite. Agonizing or fireflies? Fireflies.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't believe your eyes. You picked the Owl City option. You're a nerd. Crimson. Not contamination. Whisper. Graveyard. Death. Frightening? I'm overthinking this, aren't I?
You're just trying to get
I'm not trying for anything. I got a trophy. Doki Doki Poetry Slam.
Doki Doki trophy.
I got a Doki Doki trophy. Eat my butthole. Tenacious. Come fly with me, fly. I mean, the hard reality is my favorite girl isn't a possibility. Which is lame. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. Judgment. Hi again, Chill. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Chill. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for yous. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. It's true. Manga's literature. They tell stories, don't they? It's lit. 420. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Chill always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How, dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, ain't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Chill can become good friends too. Whoa. That's Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do's? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, yeah. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, and so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Why do I feel like she just called me a dumbass? And no, I didn't intentionally pick Yuri.
She's gonna get you.
And we could, actually I should have picked the person whose voice it's easiest to do. This is gonna hurt. Discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me? More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. I'm walking here. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov? Yeah. There's an ominous looking symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with a long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really stranger things. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is... Why did I pick this? And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Chill. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Witchy things, witchcraft and all that. Rocks and gems and whatnot. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. I think we covered this conversation. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe. God damn, that was bad. That they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Life is strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Hey! Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Ugh. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Luckily, there's some room for Jesus. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yeah. Ooh, perspective shift. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it underneath her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? Well, yeah, they're from Brooklyn. How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, chill. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We, might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is, that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not, it's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb, in the shape of an L. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you, find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I could already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem to first? I'll just go in order. Definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Ellipses. This is a good poem, Chill. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would have... am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Chill. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Like YouTube sensation The Third Bill. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here, and I aim to keep it that way. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Oh, is this a flirt?
Mayhaps.
Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh god. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast and eggs. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. I was reading Natsuki as I said the word next.
I heard it.
And it like hurt my brain. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions, even though you picked at least 4 words that my tiny, cute avatar bounced up and down to. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Hello? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about... It sounds like she's just rambling, like being ignored. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it fell flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. That's interesting, because I thought there was like a disclaimer when you boot up Plus that says all the characters are 18. Was that retconned? Does anybody know? Or you were just the last person to turn 18, but they said she was an underclassman, right?
It could be a different way that school works in other parts of the world. I don't know.
Why is the music messing with me? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Shit. Exceptional. Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Eh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. It just, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Yep, there was no stammering there. And she sounds like an expert, and not like someone struggling to do an East Coast sound. Of course, that's nothing you could be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if this is a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh my god, the cursive. Ghost in the shell. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beautiful... The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. Future! I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm trying so hard. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's really pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? You believe in ghosts? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Chill. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I'm walking you. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Chill. Me too. I'm getting so bad at this. There's a lot of... Her vocabulary is so broad. It's hard. Ugh. Who should I show my poem to next? My queen. Alright, Jill. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Chip. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Chill. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so, deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low, you know, in case you're a dumbass. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. You got 2 swoons out of me, kid. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. Sure, I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. Shit, I just read all of this in the same voice. You do your own thing. You stay going, but just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Love to see you try new things. You know, like my favorite YouTuber, thethirdbill. He tries to stand different things, shows, music, and stuff. It's pretty great. It's a shame he wasn't nominated for his streaming. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. She knows. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, no. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. See the direction. God damn, it's so hard to read the handwriting. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway. When you're older. Hello? Anyway. Okay, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Oh, I can just make the subtitle go away. That's weird. Okay. There's no audio, though. Sometimes when writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand. Go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm listening. Good afternoon, Seattle. Oh, I'm gonna destroy my body. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes light on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is, cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just, I just meant the language, I guess. I'm walking here, just trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I can't do that for very long, and I do it real bad. It hurts my voice. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Chill did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. That was a little better. And Chill liked my poem too, you know. Ah, shit, now they're sounding the same. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's not very becoming of a girl of your age. Eh? That's not what I, You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're jealous that Chill appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, I was just... If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobies magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chill started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... Oh shit, this doesn't involve you. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Chill. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Chill. Whoa, wait a minute. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning. The most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Chill? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... I hate this. Natsuki, Yuri, or Sayori?
Sayori.
Sayori? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Chill. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Well, excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Wow, even the music stopped. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Well, because... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Okay, vibes. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll, make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I don't think Yuri's boobs look different either. I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's always in her own way. Just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. If only she would notice me. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Chill, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Chill! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Eehee! Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Authority is sexy. Power is sexy. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Yeah, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Chill, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation that I'm in. F's for what? F's for what?
Your voice by the end of
Oh, my voice. Yeah, fair enough. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? You know? Do we have to limit it to so many different social constructs and societal norms and expectations?
That's right.
Expand your mind. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pat, pat. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Whew. Alright, chat, who we feeling? I can't guarantee that I'll know who goes to what person, what word goes to what person best, but who we feeling? So I'm feeling, because like I love horror. I love purple hair. I don't know. I love Sayori. I think everybody is lovely in their own way. Okay, now the hard part. Great, everybody's just saying different names. Prayer? I'm just gonna go by the words and we'll just see what happens. Climax. Email. Damn it. Keys. Anxiety. Fireworks. Pleasure. Unending. Love. Marriage. Summer. Vibes.
Keep summer safe.
Keep summer safe. Grief. Whoa, Sayori jumped up at grief. Waterfall. Misfortune? Depression. Anime. Nightgown. Cage. Broken? Oh. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting today, and I think everyone's gonna sound the same. Oh man.
Let's take a sip of water.
I've been so hydrated. This thing's almost empty. Oh. $100,000 in student debt to learn that. Anyway, I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me, but everybody sounds the same today, because that's what happens on Wednesdays. Hi, chill. Yo, Sayori, looks like you're in a good mood today. Ehehe. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that's because you deserve to feel... Damn, dude, chill. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Chill to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed in books. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Damn, Sayori. Way to take that like a champ. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. It's time for a revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Whap! Kia! Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is that a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ah ha ha ha. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Despite you throwing it at my face, Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori, eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Hey now. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Chill. Monika smiles sweetly and swoons that special swoon as her body curves in that special way. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Wait, did I screw up? Is this what happens if you're too evenly split in your poems? Is no one flirts with you? I want love in this hopeless place. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. Probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. Festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is, the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Did I really get skipped for flirting this session?
So,
No, someone just said I didn't flirt right. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Ehehe. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Yeah, not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all... Damn, dude, come on, don't roast her. Ah! Your hair is sticking out all over the place. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. It's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Rude. I'm being rude. Eh? That's super mean and presumptuous. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, this is the flirting. We just got a special picture. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. Make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Whoa, this is getting steamed. I've never seen this either. This is either new or I also, like I said, I only played this game one path 3 years ago. I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew. That's so much better. And fits with the character design. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Ehehe. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's possible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now, instead of, I don't know, clothing each other and telling each other how to live?
Me.
Yay! Chill, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. Who should I show my poem to first? Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Chill. I love it. That's what I'm thinking with the Enye at the end. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a chill poem. Hell yeah, gamers. 420 blaze it. That's a rock poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feeling is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems, even though I jump up and down when you pick sadness. Or what was it? It was darkness or something.
Yeah.
Something morbid. But sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit both. There's a word for that, right? What's that word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I feel like things that are happy and I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice, happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Chill. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Fuck, I love that. Upsetting and contextually, but I love that poem. Like, you need to take care of yourself, otherwise you're gonna run out.
Yep.
When you focus so much on others. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Well, yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful? Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Natsuki! Please don't shit on my poem. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. I can't really say it's any better either. Phew! Huh? Phew what? Well, anyway, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Ah, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, yeah. I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Jesus, thanks, kid. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. You're annoying. There used to be a spider alone on the sea. You're silly. My voice is too tired. You should have made that joke earlier. One time I hurt my leg really bad. You okay? What'd you do?
My charger on magnified and fell on the table.
As long as you're okay. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends starts to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Damn, if that's not some sort of friggin' allegory for prejudice, I don't know what is.
So true.
Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. A lot more negative. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure or secret, dark secret that they can't ever let other people know because of the small-minded people and are something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Damn. Oh, man. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, chill. Were you being influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was... oh god, this hurts my eyes. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon in urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pav conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, it's about sandwiches. I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Pavlovian, thank you. I could barely read that. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Eh? She did. Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Us weirdos have to stick together. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Who should I show my poem to next? Only one option. Hi again, Chill. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'll take that as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. How am I falling out of the frame? Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh, gosh. I sound like Yuri. Look at me swoon. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Jesus. Even more abstract than your last one, eh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it, swoon. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it like they're trying to speak over the noise. Oh, I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ah, ha 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 ha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Neat. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? The festival? The King's Festival. Should I save the game?
Yes.
Sort of. I don't know how. No. No? Oh, there we go. Because you told me to! Okay. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Real quiet-like. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? No, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. That's very considerate. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone... What? And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings in the heart of the cards, being intimate with yourself in the heart of the cards, finding new horizons in the heart of the cards, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ahaha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ahaha, of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands before the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine, my bad. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation? The four of us applaud. She lives for the applause. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Ahaha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I will go next. Whoa, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she'd bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yay! It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard, we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay. Guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Ehehe. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. Ooh, sorry. It'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Chill liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well without that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I'm practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Ehehehe. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Humph. Don't make me go before Chill. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Chill lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Rude. Natsuki? It's fine, it's fine.
Oh, real mature.
Oh, real mature! I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me. All eyes on me. Put your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seats. All eyes on me. Making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called Eat My Ass. It's called Why Are You All Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. You know you make me wanna jump.
Oh, no.
Wait. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little, like sour candy. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. Well, that's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have too much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I think you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Okay. Jeez. Should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Swoon. It makes me really happy. Teehee. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? What?
Always going together like that.
I'm trying not to sneeze. Leave me be. Ehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, chill. You don't have to say it. Oh, whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. It's probably because I kind of dressed her this afternoon. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. No worries. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Ehehe. Well... Oh no, these actions have consequences. I don't know.
What are your 2 options?
I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. Right? How dare you ask me like this? We're not even in this scenario.
My inkling goes with the friend that you've known the longest that you know is having a hard time.
Sayori?
Yeah.
She's just having a hard time eating cookies. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. That got uncomfortable. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Chill. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? I'm just an average person. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Look how cute they all are. Inferno! Strawberry! Heart! Kingdom Heart! Doki Doki!
That wasn't an answer.
Candy! Depression! Chain of Memories.
A pointy hat.
A pointy hat. A broomstick. 3 newts.
Eyeballs.
Determination. Vertigo. Headphones. Anime. Vibes. Peace. Bliss. Kawaii. Kawaii? I don't know how to say that.
Kawaii.
Kawaii? Warm. Puppy. Kiss.
Oh, spiders. Somebody likes spiders.
Romance. Shine name. I'd rather be shine name. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ha ha ha. You must have a lot of determination. Playing piano, it must fill you with determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? You can lift a piano? Well, maybe not determination. I'm not some kind of nerd that just plays a video game that makes you think.
Or play bassoon.
But I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. You know, when we send lanterns into the sky to help the princess find her way home.
Wait,
TM?
do you need more water?
Yes, please. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. Not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? They have squid games. I get that reference, but you don't. Because you don't want to watch something that's violent. Squid games. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid games? You, of all people. Eh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika? Eh? Confused swoon? That's not how you say my name at all.
Tim Allen.
You said Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Tim Allen makes that sound?
Home Improvement.
I never watched Home Improvement. Cartoons are bust, except Malcolm in the Middle between Simpsons and King of the Hill.
I have to go.
That's not how you say my name at all. Angry Swoon. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Thank you, I was super confused, but I didn't want to say anything and sound dumb. Thank you, Monika. Bruh. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. Okay. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Or this YouTuber I really like who watches cartoons and listens to music. His name's Third Bill. Everyone should watch and subscribe. Actively watch. Even if it's something you're not familiar with, you should watch his videos. He works so hard. And I don't know, don't unsubscribe just because he talks about something different one week. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. What? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back to everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Chill, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast lately. I was thinking overcast for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Chill. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying maybe the thing on her mind is you, Chill. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? We're just best friends who walk to and from school together. And I helped dress her in the middle of club. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light is turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. We're just pals. She's like one of the guys. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. Eehee. You're so funny, Chill. I swoon. That's how funny you are. You thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles, meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Sayori, I keep changing how to say her name, and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. Oh, did I pick too many Yuri words? Not too many, but is that who I ended up picking? Who my poem resonates with? I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I can tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. All alone with my thoughts? I have no thoughts. How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping them themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. She's like one of the guys.
A long time.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much? Chill. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess? But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Hanging out with her is like hanging out with one of the guys. Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes I person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. But you know how intimate reading is. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika. She smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? A Sayori. You know, my best friend.
Best friend in the whole wide world, right?
Yeah, my good old buddy pal. My walking buddy. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Okay, so I did pick Natsuki words. Oh, is this because my other choices I've been picking in the menu options have been leaning towards
Maybe.
Sayori? That's interesting. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends. Just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Chill. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Hee. Alright. Well, tell me if you need anything. I will. But don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. I don't like the way she worded that. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Did I do a bad?
I don't think you can avoid this track.
Probably. Finally, eh? This one. It's good. I was wondering how long it would take you to be not dumb. Alright, yeah, seriously. Don't listen to what anyone else says, especially Yuri. Just keep writing poems like this. That's all you need. You definitely wrote this with me in mind, didn't you? Are you sure that's not what are you sure that's not just what you want? Excuse me? You're talking to a pro, you know? Don't you think you should trust my opinion the most? I guess it depends. Aren't you biased towards poems that are more simple and clean? Biased? Of course not. My opinion just happens to be the best. Better than all the rest. There's one thing I still can't tell. Is Natsuki actually self-aware of her spoiled behavior? At this rate, I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. Fair enough. I'm glad that you like my poem after all. Ahaha! I knew you'd finally understand. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it. Anyway, here's the one I wrote. Bees are neat. Anyway. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today, I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore, reaching beyond your sight. A sea that sprinkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Whoa! I don't think I've ever, gotten...
Yeah. Her character track
She's-
always seemed kind of more juvenile-based.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess that's all it took for her to, really like me. Yeah. Felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. No. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see you're doing that too. Oh, so they both wrote about the beach? Or about me? Or each other. Making us write about a simple topic than trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. It's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Well, it's good. I'm glad you're learning and growing. Yuri, I just kind of gave her a nod. Decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. Kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Huh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sort of conclusions. I'm just a little used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What? What am I saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Nobody likes me. Anyway, beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squished in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to a road at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Evermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. I think that's cool that they, like, wrote about the same thing. Hi, Chill. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ahaha, anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. I like it, Chill. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha ha ha. Oh geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer too. So, take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. Excuse me. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. It's no green eggs and ham. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. Her name's Monika. She's great. A beautiful lady has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Holy shit! That sounds like a crisis, you know? I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put that much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Ahaha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Did she say that out loud to the literature club?
I think so.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on! Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early? Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? What the hell? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, and I didn't want to force it. Ooh. I don't know what sound that would be. H-O-O-O-O-H. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them. And different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No. That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. I can't, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Chill. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. Whoa! It's not like Monika's going to give you a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Chill may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making excuses for Chill to, well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't? Just what do you think? Come on, guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Chill to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. I see you writing and chatting. So I'm sure he's interested, and you literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Chill, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course? Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm gonna go with frickin' Monika. I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yay, you picked me. Swoon. Hold on one second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. Yeah, but I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suited for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Chill was the one who, that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motive interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Chill to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference? Man, I was hoping I could hang out with Monika. The way she swoons. She smiles at me. Natsuki or Yuri? So I'm assuming Sayori would just lead me back in a circle because Sayori's helping Monika.
Yuri?
I don't think I know Natsuki though.
Then do Natsuki.
I don't know. Because I don't remember. I think I picked Yuri. That was over 3 years ago. I think I picked Yuri.
Then pick Natsuki.
Alright, we'll do Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Oh, I feel bad. I feel like that would happen no matter what. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. Yeah, I agree. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Chill? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. I feel bad. Natsuki starts pouting too. Everyone's upset. I keep thinking of the Grandpa Simpson daydream where it's like, fellas, you can both marry me. And then the 2 cowboys go, yeehaw. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one who's surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm gonna do my best. And all of us are gonna make it a really great event. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Eh? We still need to figure out plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't have a single way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. Coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house? Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? It's kind of strict if you asked me. Yeah? How do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Did you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work? Oh, well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never get to bake with somebody. I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is. So, alright, I get it. I'm sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Ah, never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? And it's hard to get a read on this kid. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Oh, my back. Alright guys, content warning. Depression, self-hate. Links in the description. Should you or someone you don't need them. If you want to tap out of the stream. Or in the future, the archived video of the stream. No hard feelings. Smash the like on your way out. But alright. Content warning, depression, self-hate. Also, shout out to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus for including that. And we're gonna go. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different person on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Could I have picked Sayori? Because I feel like they kept saying you can't pick Monika because Sayori's going to help Monika. So I feel like if I picked Sayori, I just would have wasted time, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. Does anybody know in chat? Holy shit. How long is this?
I was reading like the average playthrough time is about 4.5, 5.
Really? I thought I read that it was 4. It's been 3. I don't think there's only an hour ahead. Should I split it up? It's been 3 hours.
Maybe.
How are we feeling, chat? Because, like, I didn't want to make this last too long because I know it's a heavy game. I was hoping to get it done in one sitting, and now I'm worried that that might not be possible.
You'd definitely be able to get it done.
Today?
No, in like 2 for
In
sure.
2? Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then I at least want to move a little more forward so we don't start.
Oh, yeah.
Or I guess we're about to do the date night, right? Or not the date, but you know, cooking.
Don't remember.
Because, yeah, there's a lot left, isn't there? Because I just realized it's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because I thought I could get it done in one stream because I said, like, hey, when I did the community post, I'm like, it's just going to be one stream.
Well, it's okay that things change up a little bit.
That's true.
I would say it's probably going to be fair if you push to like 10:30 at the latest.
Push to the beginning of the baking.
Yeah. Because you don't want to start here.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think that's gonna be a good midpoint. Yeah, I'll just update that.
And if you want to update it saying, hey, we got past this plot point, if because some people might be weary of what's to come.
That's true, because then if people just want to listen to the fun part, or the first stream would just be
up through the really sad one, and then
yeah.
kind of sad later.
Okay, so yeah, let's get through the heavy conversation so we don't start the next stream like that. Yeah, because like my voice is going out.
Do you want me to go under the desk and take over for
me? I wish we had a setup like that where you could do one of the voices for me. We could try to figure that out if you ever wanted to, with the reedy ones.
Maybe.
I think it'd be fun to even just get you a mic anyways, so people can hear you when you talk to me.
I like being a ghost.
I decided, well, yeah, like you'd have a microphone. Yeah. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. For anyone who's confused by that exchange, we're going to stop once Sayori comes, or once Natsuki comes over. So after we talk to Sayori. And then we'll finish it up on Monday. I thought I could get this done in 1, and doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, so I'm very, very sorry. But yeah, I am tired, and it's a lot of stuff. Whew, alright. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Chill. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There is a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. How much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Hee. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Chill. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Chill. But you were wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make it. You're just really gonna make me say it, aren't you, Chill? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your closest friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Chill. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ah ha ha. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, chill. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Chill. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Chill. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Chill. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, chill. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel? No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Fuck. Oh, God. Thank you, chat, for sending each other hearts and stuff. God, the music's so off-putting after that. What are we thinking? Like, do you think here's a good point to stop? Or...
Yeah, probably.
So this one's like the safe one, is what you're trying to say? Like...
I think it's...
Well, I mean, like... I know...
But we'd have to launch into the next part of the story to get past the...
Yeah. I'm torn between trying to push through and make this stream end with the first mega thing, and then the second stream starts on the second chapter.
Yeah,
Or
but
just...
how much further is that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I think this might be a good spot to stop anyway, because, A, it's been over 3 hours. My throat's really hurting, and, yeah, it's, this part of it gets, like, really hard for me, but it's also... I really love that this exists. I think storytelling is a really effective way of getting these kind of stories out for people, right? And I think I like to think that having a lot of this perspective when I was younger would have helped me, both with myself but also with others. Because, you know, the game does a good job at discussing it, but, like, it's by no means anyone else's responsibility or job, despite what your intentions or where your heart is at. But noticing those kind of things or encouraging those kind of discussions, the more open communication elements and stuff, like I said, I think, I know it could have helped me a lot, and I think could have also molded more bridges and communication between me and people in my life, throughout my life, really. But yeah. I don't know. There's still a part of me that's like screw it, let's just get it all done in one setting, but, like, it's gotta have, like, a lot left, right?
Don't do that. We were just debating if we can get to the next part of the story tonight, let alone the rest of the game.
I know. I think I really well because I looked online and it said like about like 3 to 4 hours, and I was like, perfect.
Right, we're at the 3 hour mark.
I know. I thought by here we would be like well further into it. Let me turn on the music. How's chat doing? Everybody good? I think this game does a great job discussing mental health at some points and a poor job at other points. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Nothing's supposed to do. It's impossible to expect something to do a perfect job. Um, I'm just saying, like, because I'm so into horror media. And then in middle school, I was into like anime stuff for a little while and everything. Um, I think if this had existed when I was a lot younger, I think it just would have helped me. But I also don't think that was the intention by any means. I think this started as, haha, it will fool people into a sad, spooky story. And then later it's like, wow, let's see how it resonated with people. And when remaking it for the console, like you can see the care getting integrated more directly. But no, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that anything has ever been perfect nor expected to be. But I agree. It because especially something like mental health, it varies from person to person, experience to experience, situation to situation. Um, so this is almost exactly halfway.
Yeah, we're almost to the start of Act 2.
Yeah, because it's the date, the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I think the date would be a nice barrier too
and
for
then,
the second stream.
it's not a good. Also, we still have to explore within the new stories too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I have to like unlock the stories, so I think I have to play the game several times, which I'll probably just end up doing on my own.
Oh, over the weekend, yeah.
Well, I mean, it would have to be even after that. If we're halfway through the main game, you have to play the main game several times to unlock the side stories. Because I looked, and it said like you need to play it. Because there's the version where you only focus on girl 1, girl 2, and Sayori.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, there's not like different endings, but different like routes.
Right.
And I think doing those different routes gives you the different backstory cutscenes. Because if that's the case, then I need to play this game on my own like several fucking times. But I'll be able offline, I'd be able to like skip dialogue and stuff like that. But still. So yeah, I apologize. I wanted to do this all in one shot. Cause tomorrow's gonna be a rough day for me, and tonight probably too. But that's okay. I still did what I wanted to do, which is have fun, hang out, kill some time. So yeah, we will pick up from here Monday. I will update that community tab post because that was part of what I broke down for people. Is I'm like, the content warning will be up, which will still be on. I'm not gonna trick you. I'm not gonna LOL. What am I doing? Like, I'm not gonna mess with people. But also I said like I wanted to get it all done in one stream so it wouldn't take too much time because I know there's a lot of people who don't know the subject material that I don't want them coming into it without warning should they need that. So I'm trying to like articulate the announcements clearly without spoiling it for people. It's hard to balance this stuff. Like I end of the day, it's your life, it's your eyeballs, it's your brain. I trust you guys, but like, you know, I want to do my best to let someone know, hey, consider this. Consider looking up the spoiler stuff. And then also, like, if someone were to just be like, yo, I just want to check it out, it's like, okay, then that's your choice too. So yeah, I do feel bad because I wanted to get this all done in one stream, so it's not like super overextended, I guess is what I'm thinking of. Oh, thank you for the $1, Miro. I appreciate that. I appreciate the oh man, no message, just the $1. Thank you. I want to tip more, but you know how it be. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You know, like gotta hang on to your money for food so you have energy to stay up for these streams, electricity so you can power the internet, pay for the internet so you can watch the streams. I get it. But no, thank you though. Yeah, that's true. Most people wouldn't jump into stream that's halfway through a game. Yeah, valid. Plus, like, I think I can kind of, with part 2, just be like, this is when it's going to get spooky. You know? Because on the plus side, this won't get questionable demonetization for content guidelines because nothing has really happened in this. We just talked a bunch, and I gave up on funny voices. Oh, that hurt my voice so much.
Yeah, rest up that voice box.
I know. And tomorrow, on top of being a heavy day, tomorrow's also an Amphibia day. So I'm gonna be up late.
Better be a fluffy episode of Amphibia.
The last one was supposed to be fluffy, and it like wrecked me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We will finish up the main story tomorrow, and then we'll probably give me some time to do unlocking all the other side story things. Maybe that'll be a separate thing later to do.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I gotta unlock them all.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the streams as well as the content on the main channel. I just did the Lovejoy EP this weekend. I have Amphibia. Next week, I might do another pumpkin carving stream. Excuse me. I might do another pumpkin carving stream. It just depends. Usually, late October, I usually take a little time for myself for personal reasons. That might end up happening. I might do a pumpkin stream. I don't know. I'm still working on videos and stuff. But I'll be watching Amphibia this weekend. So go check that out. And then I think that drops on Disney Plus in a couple of weeks. So if you haven't caught up yet, 'cause I'm seeing some chat about that. Once you can catch up on Disney Plus or not, whatever the hell you watch it on, that's up to you. I'm not sponsored. You do you. Go check out those videos. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. It was something like, ooh, Amphibia, that'll be nice. And it's like the last one was supposed to be nice, and I got really upset anyway. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you again, Miro, for the donation. Thank you for hanging out. You know, I mentioned it a little bit, but like I said, this game's really important to me on just a personal level. Not only is it the first time that I put like I had the thought because of the content to put mental health lines and stuff in the description and stuff in the video. It also, like I said, it helped me kind of with examining some of my own stuff, as well as I feeling like it would have helped me be more equipped or prepared for things I had to do my best with prior in my life. It makes me hopeful that it kind of puts that discussion out there, that awareness, the alert for red flags and things like that, that consciousness out there more for other people. And yeah, I don't want to get into my personal stuff with the subject. That's so hard for me, but advocating for what I take away from it is healthy communication, the fact that it's not on you to find those things for yourself or overanalyze everybody, but you know what I mean, like conversations, noticing things, checking in with friends or loved ones. Like I said, links in the description, mental health crisis lines, as well as social awareness education, Trevor Project resources, things like that. Should you so you don't need them. But yeah, like I said, this game's just, it's important to me. And how I feel obviously is not indicative of intent, nor is it some sort of endorsement or diagnosis. I'm just having fun. But the content warnings and stuff will still pop up on the screen on Monday. So if you see something pop up like what happened earlier where it was depression and self-hate, I think was that flag before that scene. You see something, it's there for you. And I didn't even know it was going to be that blunt. I thought I was just going to say trigger warning, and then you just press OK when you're ready, if you are ready. But I appreciate that it spells that out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope everybody's staying safe. And yeah, we'll finish this up on Monday. Oh, my back. And yeah, some point in the future I'll do the because apparently the added scenes are not horror scenes. They're just character story things. So that might even be its own separate stream, just so it's like watch the first stream, stop here where it gets fairly sad.
Yeah.
Skip the second one. This is the one where all the upsetting stuff happens, and then look, it's the prequel sequel or the sequel or whatever. But like I said, while nothing's ever perfect, shout out to the Salvato team, Salvato, right? When recreating the game, they saw the weight or the impact they were having or the resonance they were having, if not the intention, and added all those things in. It's a little less sneaky with its twist, and it's a little more upfront, content warning enabling and stuff like that. Like, I think that's really cool, and I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, I've wanted to get my hands on a physical copy of it since it was announced earlier this year, and I finally got one. But yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't. I hope everyone's doing well. I'll still be doing my Amphibia video for the weekend. I might be a little offline tomorrow. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I want to tweet about him and talk about him. And sometimes I feel like I want to be private about it. I don't know. But yeah. Hope everyone's staying safe. And yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. I look forward to playing the rest of this game. Thanks guys for hanging out. Thank you everyone for treating me, the content, the themes, and each other with kindness and respect. Thank you again, Miro, for the donation. And also, let's give a shout out to everyone who has an aversion to this content that won't be watching these streams, but also won't unsubscribe from me. So let's give a shout out to them, shall we? But yeah, we will finish Monday. And if I feel confident, I might try to unlock scenes and stuff in the meantime. No, I don't want to put that pressure on myself. Once we've played through, I'll start working on that. But I hope everyone is staying safe. Again, guys, links in the description. And thank you again for supporting me as well as each other. Like I said, just handling everything respectfully and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys this weekend for Amphibia if you're into that. Monday for the rest of Doki Doki, and then probably Tuesday or Wednesday, if we can freaking find a pumpkin that doesn't suck, and the appropriate utensils, so I'm not holding a butcher knife on a YouTube stream. We'll be carving pumpkins probably Tuesday or Wednesday as a live stream on the main channel.
As opposed to carving what?
Well, as opposed to doing nothing.
Yes.
But appreciate you guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you, Alana, for modding. And yeah, you know, it's been hard, and tomorrow's the 2-year anniversary of one of the harder days I've ever had, and making content, seeing people watch it, seeing the support from people, comments and stuff like that, especially going through it, but even through till now, and then with everything else going on in the world since then, it's made it a lot easier. I don't think I would have been able to have handled everything that's happened in the last couple of years without all this, without stuff to do, people checking it out, kindness, support, all that stuff. So thank you. I don't think I'd be doing nearly as good without people to make content for, as well as things to focus on and streams to do and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys. But anyway, thanks for letting me bring that up. Yeah, see you soon. And drink water, wear a mask, be mindful of others, and remember to